what are some tips that you can give them as far as you should have your payment processing system down, right? Like a credit card reader.
Yes.
You got to have somebody that's on the staff that's kind of like working, right? You got to make sure you have enough inventory. What are some tips that you should give people that's like looking to do events?
I will say, after the first year of us doing InvestFest and seeing how it was, we bought other people tickets. Yes, we get the free tickets, but we bought tickets to have more people there. Yes, to have more people.
The hotel room for them to stay.
Yeah, we pay for the rental car, the hotel, everything, because we knew by the second year like what to expect. And like you said, shifts. Like for me, Ricky is the more outgoing one. So I'm always at the booth. He goes and gets people. He brings the people to me, and I secure the sale. That's just how it works. Like, we play off of each other. You can't just be sitting at your booth waiting on people to walk by and seem interested, because if you seem uninterested, why should they care what you're selling? So that's one thing. I always have business cards. Another thing I do is email marketing. People sleep on that, but it's so important. So I have a sign-up sheet. Like, whether you buy or not, hey, can you write your name, phone number down, email down? And we manually add those to our list.
Like collect the data.
Yeah. Because, again, if I can get your email, I can convert you eventually. I send out 2 emails a week, so.
How about a sales team? Is it just you, right? Or like, how did you even prep for that? Because Shadi comes from a sales background. I don't come from a sales background.
I don't either.
It's like, is it just something naturally that's been gifted to you? You just had to develop this over a period of time.
I feel like I live by, if I don't hustle, I don't eat. So, I mean, I'm dependent on this. So
everything is self-taught. Yeah. Like, we never had no mentors, no guidance. We don't have entrepreneurs in our family. Like, we jumped in and head first, self-taught everything. Yeah. Social media, everything we taught ourselves.
I'm post 3 times a day on social media. You gotta think the average person checks their phone when they wake up, on their lunch breaks, and while they're in the bed. So I make sure that every time they open up one of those apps, I'm seen.
What kind of social media are you posting? Like, what is it? Engaging content? Is it just pictures of your product? Like, what do you usually post on social media?
It kind of depends on the day. But I always make maybe a post talking about Pink Nookie, or like me and Ricky. Our relationship is public. You know, people look at us like a couple goals, I guess, even though it's kind of strange. But like, I'll say, me and Ricky was already, I have a product called Nookie Fruit. It's like Viagra for women. It's just a natural supplement. But I'll be like, Ricky made me mad, but I'm about to pop me a Nookie Fruit. And, you know, just engage in things like that. And people are like, oh, Nookie Fruit, what's Nookie Fruit? Or the people who do use that product, they're commenting their stories. So it kind of depends on what's going on. You have to stay up with the trends. Like when Kendrick Lamar just said the big 3, we made a graphic and posted the Pink Nookie's big 3. Like, you just have to stay up with the times.
And you're forward facing, like people know that you're the owner of it?
Yeah.
Do you think that that's an advantage or a disadvantage?
Both. I feel like I'm very accessible. I engage all the time. I'm doing lives, and I feel like with that, people feel like they know me and they're obligated to talk to me. Like you said, InvestFest is 20,000 people. They might not be able to talk to you, but I have people who won't shop if they can't talk to me, or if they're sending an email and my team is saying, you know, helping them, they're like, well, no, I want to talk to Bree. So that's kind of the bad part about it. But the good part about it is women see me and relate to me and shop with me because they can see themselves in me.
Did the social media, I guess from Instagram, did that influence the Facebook group? Because you said, I mean, even in the bio it was 13. Now I'm seeing it's 18,000. That's a lot of people to be communicating with, with all women, which is powerful because we know
they have the buying power.
They have the buying power. That's a fact. What inspired that? What takes place inside of that community?
Well, Instagram, I'm not viral on at all. I can't seem to get that. But Facebook, I went viral. What's that song? TLC. You know when she says she's back, I'm back, or something like that. What song is that? Creep.
Creep.
I think so.
Yeah. Well, I was sitting on the toilet and I said BVB, like, I'm back, and I had Pink Nookie products in there. That was my first reel that went viral with 1 million views. And just the comments were awful. Like, so many women were like, well, what's BV? Or I've never, you know how they get. It's just everybody has this superior coochie, I guess. But
never happened to me.
Yeah. So I just noticed, like, that's what made me hone in on the Nookie Club and really give women a safe space to talk about things that women go through.
Being vulnerable, being honest, being authentic.
Yes. So that's all we talk about in Nookie Club is Pink Nookie or women's issues.
So community, built a community.
Mm-hmm.
So how important is it to build? You have like a nickname for people?
I call them Nookie Bays. But having a community is important because they do the marketing for me.
And they gonna do whatever she say. It's like a beehive. Like somebody sneak this Pink Nookie, she don't even gotta say nothing. We don't even gotta say nothing no more. They gonna, you make a post, say something about Pink Nookie, they just gonna flood you and make you deactivate your page.
Was there any moment that shocked you? Maybe like from an impact standpoint or a reach standpoint, you got somebody throughout the world, and you're like, I didn't even know that the influence could go this far. Has that happened?
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that goes on in the Nookie Club it's people from all over the world there.
The planes, the airports.
What are they? Flight attendants. I got on the plane to go somewhere, and she was like, "Oh my God, you're Pink Nookie." And I'm like, "Yeah, I guess so."
And that's not her. I like the attention. She don't.
Yeah.
So her getting the most attention is like just so cringe to her.
Yeah, it's so. I mean, I love it, but it's kind of weird for people to know my face. So
she get all the likes. Like I was the popular one. She was like the one nobody knew, but now she's. I post stuff on her page because her page got the most engagement now. Like, but she doing good though. She got to suck it up.
Yeah, it's coming. It's a part of it.
This is it.
So how is it working together and being in a relationship together?
It got its good and bad.
Yeah, I mean,
so many disagreements. Money. I like to spend money. She don't. She can explain it better.
You did a video not too long ago where you were talking about being married to somebody who's always late on their bills or not paying. When I say I hurried up and pulled that up and showed it to him, like, hey, now you have to. But no, for real, that's how it is. Like we're total opposites in most aspects, but. We had to learn to separate business and personal. That was the main thing. Because if you're mad at me personally, and now I'm trying to talk to you about Pink Nookie, and he's like, I don't want to talk about that. And I'm like, Ricky, you cannot let what we're going through in our personal life impact our business relationship. So if you would have asked me 3 or 4 years ago, I would have said never go into business with your partner because it was the worst. But now that we've both grown, I would rather do it with him than anybody else.
It's the patience too. A lot of people don't got patience like we had. Like a lot of people probably would have been through it away. It's like we seen the vision from the jump though. We can't let it go. If we gotta do this to keep it going, we gotta do whatever we gotta do because it's too big.
Yeah.
So as far as expansion, how do you see the company expanding? Like what's your goals for scaling?
Before now, I never seen it being anything besides like us just selling it ourselves, like my mom making the products. But now that I've starting to go through certain testing, like stability testing to make sure, I don't need certain preservatives and things like that, it's opened me up to open my mind. And so now I want to do big box stores like Target, Ulta, Sephora, things like that. I want to make feminine hygiene not be so taboo. Like everybody has to wash up every day. Just because you have a certain soap for your vagina doesn't mean anything is wrong with you. So that's really the goal in scaling, like, get in certain stores and change the atmosphere around feminine hygiene.
Is that for both brands? Because for him, I'm assuming, is it on the same trajectory? How does that work for the male side?
Well, it's right under it. Everything we do for Pink Nookie, we do for the men's line too. Mm-hmm. So it's the same goals.
Get them both in there.
So you about to ask a question?
Yeah, I was gonna say from a scaling standpoint, because it's important. We start with $600. Mm-hmm. Where are we at in terms of sales from year to year, right? Because the way I'm looking at it, like business grows after InvestFest in 2022, business doubles by 2023. Where we headed for 2020? How's the scaling going in terms of revenue?
To put it in perspective, our first year during InvestFest, we were maybe making $10,000 a month. Would you say that? Yeah. 10,000. Now we're doing like almost 200,000 a month. Last year was our first $1 million year.
Wow.
We're 100% self-funded. We still haven't figured out the business credit and things like that. Being at InvestFest and listening to you guys is opening our ears to that and trying to learn that path. But right now we are $1 million brand just us, with just us.
We made $1 million before we even really knew what financial literacy was.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So, have you thought about taking outside money, like investors?
I've thought about it, but I'm so scared of that. Just because, I watch a lot of stuff on TV and people's businesses get taken, or even like, recording artists, they get in these bad deals and they're getting pennies while people are getting rich off of them. So I'm not opposed to doing it, but I just will have to make sure it's the right relationship.
The education around it is what makes you fearful?
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Because it's unknown. And I feel like when you meet us, you can tell that we're green. So you'll get yourself in a situation where people are trying to take advantage of us not knowing certain things. So.
Yeah.
Because you be like, damn, they make a lot of money, but they don't really know the business aspects behind the business like everybody else, but they got the brand though. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what people see. But
so as far as like you said, your goal is to move into like Target and like big box stores. What's the strategy to actually make that happen?
Right now, we're rebranding it. Everything that we've done thus far, we did ourselves, making our own labels, our own logos, our own website. So now we are working with people who have done what we're trying to do. My new creative director, she has products in Sephora, so she's teaching us, the requirements to get into those type of stores, making sure I have, barcodes already, making sure that I've done all the testing that's required so that when I do go to the big box stores and present myself, I'm already there. And my audience is already there. They don't have to worry about, how they see other brands. Oh, they changed the ingredients or they sold and the product changed. Like, we're on the path to make sure that we're giving the same quality all the way through.
How's the retention rate for the customer? Are people returning? They're buying?
I have a 68% retention rate.
And that's pretty good. Is there a subscription model as well?
I do offer subscription.
Nice. This is pretty good stuff.
What's the subscription?
You can build your own subscription, and you can do it monthly or quarterly.
So as far as like, just from a financial literacy standpoint, you guys coming into, starting a business and making $1 million in the business and, having more money come in a short period of time. Has there been challenges as far as managing the money?
Yes.
And knowing what to do with it?
Yes.
blew the bag a few times.
In the beginning, we were literally running sales. Like, all month, spent all the money all month, and then right before the day or two before rent is due, we're running a sale to make the rent money. Like, we have been that low. Like, we've had $50,000 months, and at the end, we have $0. So that was rough for us. But now we have employees. So we have people who are banking on us to make sure that they can provide for their families because everybody's full time. Mm-hmm. Nobody else has anything else. So that's the thing that I feel like made us grow up when it came to the money. And then just looking at what we spend every month to try to find ways to save. Those are other things that we've learned too.
Is there a specific time of year that you see increase in sales? I know like sometimes around Black Friday is a big sales day. Obviously the holiday.
Tax time.
Is tax time a big time for you?
Yeah, I call it Taxmas.
Explain that. Go ahead.
Taxmas is better than Black Friday almost.
Really?
Q1 this year we've done almost 500,000, but that was what we did Black Friday last year for that quarter. So we've already done that Q1. So I'll say Taxmas is the best because I have women, who have the buying power, but a lot of them are mothers, and so they're using their tax checks. Like, I have one customer who she shops once a year, and usually it's Black Friday, but this year it was the first part of the year. She buys 15 every item, and I don't see her again for another year. So when you think about women are doing things like that to just stock up and put themselves in better positions and what they need for self-care, so that's been a good one for us.